Okay, my newest project is refurbishment of my old lab. So I've not occupied this for quite some time. I've just had to clear a load of junk out of it. It's in a bit of a disarray. I brought the power supply down and some tools down, but all the rest is stuff that's been left here. This, what you see here, is actually exactly what it looks like. Old pop bottles taped together to form pipes, which I originally had starting to go down here and down to where my soldering station was, or will be now again. I was going to build a fume extractor system on the cheap, of course. Now, you see I have a high current switch and a dedicated socket for my soldering station. Basically, just reminded me when the socket was live, and yeah, well, as you can see, it's under the stairs. The area in here is probably 6 foot by 6 foot by 6 foot, and well, obviously with the intersection of the stairs. Now, the way the lamp is set up, I set this plank up so it actually blocks the light directly from my face when I'm sitting down, but it keeps my workbench lit up. Probably need a bit more light over this side, and obviously there was a window there, or was. I went over it because I didn't want to see it. Plus, anyway, I used to have a set of little drawers all across that wall, and one there in the corner. Oh, well, too high there on the floor. We have a concrete floor in here. Some old artwork from my daughter. That's the last time I actually inherited it. God, only 5 years ago. And yeah, back then, well, I moved up originally because we got sewage backup, because this is the basement. So there's the laundry tub and stuff, and that's straight to the drains. So it's kind of a bit of a sewage backup in here, and there's like an inch of human waste covering the floors, so not ideal. Well, hopefully it doesn't happen again anytime soon. So I'm going to make sure that I have nothing of any value on the floor, or at least an inch above the floor, anything, and plastic containers that can be easily washed off at the bottom. But yeah. But I originally refurbished this out. I have basically sockets along the edge. All my equipment's in the way. My old Variac. I have not used that for quite a few years. Yeah, some cheap light switches. That one's fell in. That's what happens when you use hot glue to keep switches in. Well, that one's connected to the light switch. I do have a switch at the end here. Yeah, I labelled extractor. Well, the idea is I'm going to wire it up through that hole there. Well, I'm going to put a bigger hole for the piping to go through. The idea is there's actually the window's twice as wide as what you see here, but on the other side is the dryer, and it has a vent going out through a hole. So I was going to vent that out as well, the same for the same hole, rather than making new holes in the house. Yeah. Now this is an old relic of the past. I brought this back from England with me. Yeah, see, used by November 2008. Old positive photoresist. This is the open one. There's an unopened one. I don't know if it'll still work. I hear this stuff is nastily temperamental with time. And this here is the main hub. All the internet traffic in the house goes through here. You can see bundles of wires. I might have to tidy that up a bit. But yeah. And that back plate is actually to protect the wall against my heat gun while it's cooling down. But yeah, anyway, so this is my new project, and I'll keep you updated on this, and you'll see more of it when it's finished, because this is going to be my lab. I just fitted a small shelf over there. It was a pre-cut piece of wood actually to fit that. I was supposed to put it there years ago, but I never did, and I only got around to it, so now I have just a small shelf in the corner to complement the rest of it. And there's the lambda supply sitting there. That's pretty nice. That's where my old 100 megahertz scope used to sit. And, yeah. Slowly getting there. Okay, in this video we're going to concentrate on making ventilation pipes on the cheap, or extraction pipes, should I say. As you can see, these are actually made from old pop bottles, and these are my old pipes from my lab that I started making but I never finished, but I suppose now is a good time to finish them. Basically they're just pop bottles joined together with cheap electrical tape in the dollar store, and they are laid in a special way. As you can see with this one here, they're all the same. Like the bottle on the right is going into the bottle on the left, and that's the flow, the direction of the airflow, which I've indicated on these ones. If you can see it, there we go. And basically, I'm gonna go through the steps of making these. So basically, you need a lot of pop bottles. I've been getting people to save them for me over the time. So if you're thinking I'm a pop and sugar junkie, I'm not. I'm a tea junkie, so I drink tea. I very rarely drink pop. Technically this would be probably 5 years worth of pop for me if I was to drink all this. I find the best type of bottle is like this one here, and it's actually one of the cheapest bottles. Ew. There's some nasty crap in it, but anyway, see, it's perfectly flat. It has no fancy ridges on it, but as you can see, it's been at least 6 years since I started making this. Standards in the bottles have changed. These are now, sorry, the light's not too good in here, but these are somewhat smaller than the bigger bottles I used. But hopefully that shouldn't be too much of a problem. It seems to be okay with these pipes. Yeah. Okay. Now on to the next bit. The cleaning and decapitating of the bottles. Okay, I don't know how good the sound in the video is going to be on this bit. So the lighting's not that good because I'm in the basement. All it has is one of those compact fluorescent little lights. There's my phone. This one got a hole in it. Okay, let's clean some more of these. Okay, finished the washing bit. I skipped it all because really the lighting is just too bad over there. It's not set up for filming. Quick sweeping. Oh, sorry. I hit the light switch with the brush. My bad. Can you see that now? No. Okay, it's off camera. Okay. Okay, so I've got my dollar store tape here, but I'm not going to be taping it just right now because the bottles are still somewhat wet. Okay. An important thing I'd like to stress with all this is I recycle all scrap from this, and the bottles that didn't make it have been recycled as well. Okay, so I'll start off with this bottle. Happens to be Fago. I don't drink it, so. And anyone wants to know the burning question of, you know, whether it's Coca-Cola or Pepsi, neither. I don't drink it. Maybe a bottle of Dr. Pepper once a month. That's about it. And even then, I probably don't even finish the whole bottle. Okay. It makes no difference whether you leave the label on or not. I may eventually spray all these, so it makes no difference. Okay, so basically you want to. I've got to see if that's being recorded properly. Okay. You want to cut it just after it starts to curve, because this is what will lead in on the bottom. And on the bottom, some of them have like a little ridge. I'd say cut about there, just before it starts to curve. And a word of caution. All adults should have child supervision while using knives, because most knife accidents are usually from adults. Okay, so I'll take this other one. Okay, so once again, just above the curve. I suppose that's the golden rule, just above the curve. Talking about the top cut of the bottom cut. Try and keep it as even as possible. I'm not sure how well it affects the aerodynamics if you've got a jagged into the cut, but it's tricky. So basically that's the two pieces of pipe, and they should fit together nicely, like so. And basically what I'd do is I would just wrap the cheap tape around it, and that would form a pipe. And I'd also put a marker stating that the airflow should go this way, basically going up to the bottle, because this bit in there will act as a resistance if you do it that way, and it's much easier that way. Okay, so I basically just have to grab the other bottles. This is a tight fit, but I can't tape them until they're dried. I'm going to start off with all the Fagel bottles. I find them the best to work with, and actually they're conveniently the cheapest ones to get. I buy these for my wife all the time. 99 cents, not bad. Whereas a cherry coke, which I don't have any bottles now. Yeah, I do. The cherry coke ones, they're like $2 at the corner store, so get that. Fagel also do the big 2 litre bottles. Yeah, 2 litre bottles of most of their other products. They're 99 cents each as well. But they don't seem to do cherry cola in 2 litre bottles each. It's quite disappointing. Definitely be buying that. Okay. So if anyone from Fagel is listening, please make them in 2 litre. I'd shoot this video using only Fagel bottles if you guys want to sponsor me. That would be nice. Nice to have some sponsorship. If I had any sponsorship, probably wouldn't be doing any of this. This is all due to need. So I'll continue doing these. We'll get back to you on the next one. Okay, these are all the bottles that have been cut, and as you can see, they're somewhat of the same height. And, there's all the scrap bit that's going in the recycling. As soon as I get upstairs, plastic come off, and yeah, some of these might need a bit of adjustment to fit, but they should basically all fit in each other, especially if it's of the same type. You can see these just fit seamlessly. Some of them not so much. I think it's just probably just the way I cut them. Come on. Yeah. That fit nicely. And see, a lot of these, like Bresca, I don't know, is this a Coke or a Pepsi product? Lipton, Pepsi. So this should fit in the pretty much with the other Pepsi product type ones. Yeah, see, we've already got a small length of pipe ready to go, but yeah, that's not going to happen right now. Basically, these need to dry. Otherwise you stick the tape on and it'll just come unstuck and it'll be leaky all over the place and it'll be no good. But I'm probably going to rip the labels off. I'm not going to do too much of good job. There's going to be all like white residue left on it, like from the other bottles. But yeah, that's going to be my next task. Okay, that's all the labels removed, and there's modern day bottles and that. The labels are basically just plastic, so that's all in for the plastic recycling. So not so bad. The old paper labels used to be really messy and really a pain to get off because they used to glue them all the way around. Now they just like glue them on the one bit, which can be a bit tricky, especially the Fago bottles. They the cheapest, the best shape, but they're the worst for getting the labels off, in my opinion. Basically, so now I just gotta wait for them to dry. I probably should take them upstairs to where the room's warmer up there, because here in the basement it's nice and cool. So we've got the air vent, it's right above us. Those are pretty cold from the air conditioner, so which is one reason I've moved down here, because in the summer it's brutal here, and I'm English and I'm not used to the hot temperature, even after living here for 14 years. But yeah, it's, yeah, so can't do any more right now. So I've got my tape ready. All from the dollar store. You can see over. These are from Dollarama, and as you can tell, over time, the size of the tape changes. Let's see, does it say? Yeah. See, these even have the same numbers on the top, I believe. Yeah. I bought this one first. I think I bought that one first. I don't know. It's hard to tell which one's got more on it, but they're both made by the same brand. It's T4 Pro Flex or whatever. Both from the dollar store, both $1.50. And actually, this one's actually got more on it. See, 33 foot. This is only 24.6, even though it looks bigger. So, oh, cheaty. That's probably the newer one. It looks bigger, so make you want to buy it more. But yeah, I've got some black tape as well. Stuff as well. So I've got more than enough tape to do all this. So yeah. So I'll wait till it all dries, then I'll start putting some of it together to show you how it goes together. Okay, I'm still waiting for the other bottles to dry, but this is part of the ready-made stuff I had from like 4, 5, 6 years ago maybe. I've put some of it back up and reattached the corner. This is basically what it's going to be like. But the idea is it's to come down here and not really sure exactly how I'm going to do it, but I want it to come down. Sorry, I want it to come down on about here. Probably going to find some kind of flexible type. Maybe even get it going back behind that shelf and like behind the scenes here, because the soldering station is going to be here and I'm basically going to be working here, so I want it here about. Anyway, so what I've done, I've put that up temporarily to see what it looks like and get the size right, and I've also put a hole in the drywall. I made sure that it fits nicely. So it fits nice and snug in there. And you can just make out the window which is behind this drywall. And the can't really see much, but the dryer, clothes dryer is behind this wall, and then that goes up through a board that's on the window. And my intention is to have this going out and out through the same board. yeah. And I'll have to put some kind of meshing on it to stop animals getting in, and a little screen to stop bugs getting in. Yeah, I like the way it glows up there. But I may end up painting it once I've sealed it all properly. I've considered undoing it all and redoing all the bottles from scratch but with glue. That's an idea that I'm keeping in mind. But I'll decide when all the other bottles are all dry. We can see what goes on. So hopefully the next bit will be that.